It's Tuesday, December 30th. I'm meteorologist Kalin Mitchell in the CTV News Atlantic Weather Center. I did want to begin with a little bit of a storm recap, that very icy mix of weather that made its way across the region Monday into Tuesday. Now, a lot of these reports, you'll notice they'll be listed in millimeters, and that's because it was such a combination of snow, ice pellets, freezing rain, and rain. There were some snowfall reports from basically the northernmost area of New Brunswick, between around 10 and 20 centimeters of snow, and then a number of locations in the Maritimes reported a few to several hours of freezing rain with that weather system. That made it particularly icy and very slippery for a number of locations. That included a large part of central and southern areas of New Brunswick, parts of Prince Edward Island, and areas of Nova Scotia, especially into the interior of Nova Scotia. Other parts of Nova Scotia, once it completely turned over to rain, did pick up some rainfall totals between around 20 and 40 millimeters. Now, in the wake of that weather system, we still have some active weather ongoing. There's now a colder wind blowing over the Bay of Fundy waters, and that's generating areas of flurries and snow squalls. And snow squall watches are in effect up through the Annapolis Valley of Nova Scotia, in around the Minas Basin, and up into Cumberland and Colchester counties. Where are some of the areas that might be at most risk of more intense snow squalls as we move through the rest of Tuesday and into Wednesday? That will be areas in the southwest of Nova Scotia, basically from Yarmouth, extending all the way up through the Digby Neck area, into those areas of the Annapolis Valley that are underneath a snow squall watch, and then in and around the Minas Basin and up into the higher terrain of Cumberland and Colchester counties, moving away from the coastline. You can see the potential for some higher snowfall amounts there. So if you're driving in along any of these roads over the next 24 hours, so again, that's Tuesday night and even into Wednesday, be careful about that snow squall action. That would include parts of the 101, parts of the 8, areas in the Annapolis Valley, and then again, all the roadways in and around the Minas Basin, especially where they climb up into higher terrain. Taking a look at our forecast timeline then for cloud cover and precipitation, there's the flurry, the snow squall action actually intensifying around the southwest of Nova Scotia as we move through Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening. It is going to be a colder evening and night around the Maritimes in these westerly winds. We've got low temperatures tonight for the province of New Brunswick that'll be falling into a range of around minus 12 to minus 18, down to around minus 11 for Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island tonight, and most of the low temperatures for Nova Scotia between minus 4 and minus 8. In the forecast for Wednesday around the region, so still need to watch for flurries and snow squalls around the Minas Basin, the Annapolis Valley, and then basically Digby through Yarmouth counties. Even Shelburne County could get into a few bands of flurries throughout the day. The rest of the Maritimes on Wednesday, a mix of sun and cloud, and with some colder temperatures. High temperatures for New Brunswick, mostly between minus 6 and minus 12, coldest in the north of the province, minus 6 for Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island, and the high temperatures for Nova Scotia for tomorrow, mostly between 0 and minus 3. You can find news and weather updates anytime at ctvnewsatlantic.ca.